the GSL Codex. In the upper right starting location in this one-on-one map, we have...
I have no shot.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, that sounds really cool when a Zerg says an IM player's name.
Yeah.
Because the Zerg's like, I am no sheriff. But I know what his voice sounds like, and that's not it.
In the bottom left. Whoa. That actually made my toes vibrate in the studio.
Seriously.
And my little butt vibrated
is?
too.
It's like Protosses have really nice subwoofers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They know how to jam, man. They know how to party.
Oh my god, and we almost
we
just
missed
had
this, but this probe almost got killed.
Almost. You can see the remnants, the 5 health.
This probe is going to get a tattoo to remember this experience. He's always going to bring it up in the first 10 minutes of him meeting anybody, and if you're like good friends with the probe, you're going to be like, oh, shut up. You know what I mean? You know a guy like that?
I actually don't, thank God.
I didn't. So there was somebody like that in college. I'm like, oh, don't, no. Right? HongUn is actually going to go for a fast expand. Do you think that's viable on this map?
Yeah, you can.
I always 3 warp gate expand.
Yeah, I like it this map as well. I don't like the forge fast expands on really wide open naturals. It just, I'm always afraid of the guy that makes 3 roaches and then only drones, and I'm like making 40 cannons against it. I'm like stressing out because I don't actually know, and
there's no way you can know because you lost your probe.
So you just have to kind of overcompensate, and it's like I don't like to overcompensate. I like to compensate just right. That's how much compensation I like, Tasteless. Just the right amount.
All right. Well, we will have a hatchery coming out here for Lucera momentarily. The Protoss will get as little. Basically, when you do this build, you want to get as little cannons as you can get away with, because and this is more for our newbie players that are watching, but if you make like 5 or 6 cannons, you're like, well, now I feel safe, now I can tech. Well, by then the Zerg is probably, if the Zerg didn't attack you and didn't make attacking units, the Zerg is probably already moved on and like has a layer. And you're just like, your cannons, obviously they can't move, so what are you going to do?
Well, we do have a single cannon up for HongUn. This gateway is on the way, a double gassage going on.
Gassage?
Double gassage, man. That's exactly what's going on right now.
What's up right now, man? Now, Zergling here. This is smart.
He's scouting
Lucera,
every single inch of this map.
Yeah, it's smart. Well, we've had... nice.
Every single cubit of this map has been scouted almost.
You know, the one truth of the matter is that we've seen so many Zergs, or Protoss even for that matter, and Terrans, all go up for the gold base.
That we have. It would be funny if there was a Nexus there right now.
I know, he's like, no! My really weird HongUn strat's not going to work again.
Well, HongUn actually just transferred so many probes down. Now, the one scenario where you may want to over-transfer probes to your natural is if you're afraid of an attack and you're going to use your probes to self-defend. But kind of weird that he actually transferred that many. I think it was probably just a small mistake. Lucera taking his 3rd base, knowing that his opponent cannot attack him anytime soon. And just pretty standard. I'm waiting to see what kind of tech HongUn is going to bust out here. I think it's going to be a Stargate, but we will see. Yeah, Stargate.
Stargate, yeah, on the way. I do enjoy Stargate builds after I expand. I feel like it allows me to take away the one advantage Zerg tend to get in the early part of the game, which is they can park Zerglings and Overlords everywhere.
Yep.
Stargate will basically punish the Zerg if he opted to position all of his other units like that.
That's true, but I got to tell you, I'm over this Stargate after Forge Expand.
You're over?
I'm over it. I've been doing
You've
nothing.
already rebounded? And
I'm trying to have like a rebound build, but it's hard to find one, man.
You tried to make out with a robo build.
I did. I actually did, and it hasn't gone that well. I really like her, but she's not being that kind to me.
It doesn't make you feel like you're worth a lot,
Well, my opponents oftentimes are crushing me in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Her exes, man. We do have 2 Stargates, so HongUn gonna go a little bit all-in-ish here. How many Void Rays is the question, Tasteless?
He can hide the Void Rays to a certain number, and then if he comes out,
Yeah.
And surprises.
You can catch someone off guard with Void Rays, man. They're actually one of these units of the point of no return where you get to a certain amount and your opponent just cannot stop
it
them.
just snowballs out of control.
It's like a Dark Templar drop in StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's a lot of Dark Templars.
Yeah. It's like 1 in the Terran base. Like, yeah, it's a point of no return.
It's too
guys.
many Dark Templars.
It's 1 too many, man. But we do have...
this might actually work, Artosis.
Oh, yeah, definitely has that
going
possibility.
4 hatcheries.
He is making some spores. Thing is, will it completely kill Lucira? Because, let's say, yeah, I would say that this should very likely kill at least 1 base, but I don't know if it'll go beyond there. I don't know. I don't know, Texas.
Railroad. Alright, the Spore Crawler is done.
The Zergling just saw.
Right, so he knows.
He has, he has, looks like 3 Void Rays total. Yeah, he's going 3 Void Ray and then Phoenix.
Oops, got to be careful about the Spore Crawler.
Oh, what? What? Well, HongUn definitely messing up on control a little bit there. In fact, he's just targeting this down with more queens coming down. He's like really being indecisive with everything.
Right, he needs to not lose the charge on the Void Rays.
Yeah, he's just targeting stuff almost seemingly randomly right now.
He's getting pretty haphazard here.
Yeah, a lot of spores are up, and it looks like
could actually get this hatchery. It's really tough to say right now.
A little bit messy. He may lose a lot of Void Rays. And 1 does go down. The other 2 are very badly hurt. But I'm not convinced that was actually a worthwhile build.
I think it was a little bit too sloppy.
Yeah.
The execution of it.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. He like went in, lifted a queen. Every graviton being from the Phoenix has to be mapped out. You have to know exactly when and where to hit it, how far to be from spores. This build is not actually very forgiving. You know, if you have a bunch of Stargate units and you don't do a great job, you're in a terrible spot. And I feel like he didn't do a great job yet. Still doing a little bit of harassment, which is nice, but
I totally agree. It's I don't know. You know, it looked a little bit. It looked like he was scared that if he didn't kill the hatchery right away, he wouldn't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised he targeted it like that. If you have 3 voids and Phoenix is incoming from 2 Stargates,
and they're fully charged.
Like,
yeah, it's like you're actually fine.
Methodically pick stuff apart. You know, you target the queen, you target building spore crawlers, you target moving spore crawlers. Anyways, I mean,
he is doing a good job picking off queens.
Yeah, he certainly has a good number of Phoenixes right now. He's going to be able to harass those probably all game long. And in fact, his Void Ray is even being put to good use, patrolling the map a little bit. And Lucira a little bit sloppy with where his overlords are placed.
What does it seem like Lucira's really in touch with just how much in danger he is from these Phoenixes? I think he saw the sloppy Void Ray attack and thought, well, I think I actually might have come out ahead there.
Yeah.
And he hasn't quite come to terms with the fact that HongUn is just going to keep on warping units in. And, excuse me, not warping units, I don't know why I said that. Attacking with the Phoenixes. Excuse me.
We do have mass Blink Stalkers being created at the moment, while these Phoenixes try to do more and more damage. And, well, Lucira is making this Hydralisk Den, which is, I really like that. You know, between Zerglings, a few Roaches, and some Hydras, that's going to be really good against just mass Blink Stalker.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about this before the game started today. Is HongUn going to be too Blink Stalker dependent? And I think in this case he is. Once again, I don't look. It's all going to come down to micro, but I don't foresee Lucira losing this. If I'm incorrect, I will gladly eat my words. But
well, no, I think you're quite right, Casey. A lot more supply for Lucira. He's even getting Burrow. We do not see a robotics on the way yet for HongUn. So Burrow alone can actually just disarm this quite well.
Yeah, pretty easily. Again, I feel like HongUn is using strategies that he was using back in Season 3.
Yeah, he feels like genius in that way. These guys are like, well, guys, there's like this new set of strategies that people are innovating, and you need to use them.
Yeah, it's like these anachronistic build orders. And,
oh my god, Phoenixes taking a lot of damage. 1 going down to those Hydras.
Phoenixes will die very quickly to Hydras.
And HongUn retreats, and I think that's a very good call right there to retreat. In fact, I think he may go ahead and try to take a 3rd base, which, yeah, there you go, man. I agree, HongUn, do it. He's good. Hydras fire so fast.
Yeah, it's like they have an Uzi on their mouth.
I always think of them as like Tommy guns.
That's a pretty good way to put it. All right, we have the Zerglings, the Hydras, the Roaches.
Thanks, Stasis.
No problem, man. You get a signature of approval.
All right, this is so many Hydras.
Here we go.
So
Remember,
many Hydras.
Hydras can deal the damage as long as Zerglings and Roaches can absorb the damage.
Oh my god, enforcing some blinks. That's a lot of Zerglings. The Hydra's going to take a while to get down there, though. The Zerglings may all be gone.
Right, I think this concave right now is too big.
That concave is quite nice. Lucier's got to be careful here. He does have a ton more supply, but you know, Blink Stalkers in the right concave can do very well against Hydras. In fact, a lot of Hydras are falling. These are very expensive units. HongUn continues to macro in a lot of Blink Stalkers, and the Hydras do in fact fall, but more Hydras, more Lings being created, but are they being created quickly enough?
Wow, you know, HongUn actually held that.
Yeah, you know, Lucier was actually
really impressed.
Max during certain parts of that. It's pretty crazy. And 138 supply to 107. HongUn continuing to try to blink his way out of this.
You know what's happening? I think his army's getting whittled down to too much of a small state. Yeah. HongUn at 95 supply to the 143 here from our Zerg player.
Well, if he can get that third base up and mining Tasteless, he's sending some probes there now. He's just got to keep up his infrastructure. Right now, he actually has not added any gateways. So that's going to make it hard for him to actually keep getting out the units that he needs to get out.
How many gateways is he sitting on right now?
It's at 6.
Oh, wow, that's not enough at all.
Yeah. Wow, not many workers killed. And, well, Lucera's taking his 4th. It's gold. There it is.
See?
Hi, gold.
Hello.
Hi, 4th.
The drones are also being transferred there. So he's going to have a big boost in his economy, and there might be a weird window of time where if he can just keep on denying HongUn from his gold base, I think Lucera can win.
Queen's out here. I think what we're going to see is that Overlord drops some creep, and the Queens put some creep tumors down so that the Hydras can actually be microed, but he does not do it. Instead, he's just going to slowly attack with the Queens, only thing slower than the Hydra off creep.
The Queen always looks like it has arthritis whenever it moves on its sound creep. Like, oh, my bones. All right, here come the Hydras now. This is pure Stalker. A very big spread here.
The Zerglings not being that effective. I mean, they're doing a good job, but not as good as they could. HongUn in great position, but I don't know if he actually has enough here. Some transfusions going down. And, well, HongUn may hold this off once again, but his supply continues to stay very low in comparison to Lucera's.
Well, you know, even though HongUn's holding up all these attacks, the fact that he has his gold base now, he could just keep replenishing it.
Yeah.
And again, HongUn with a very one-dimensional army.
Yeah, it's pure Blink Stalker, man. That's how he rolls. He does have +2 attack, though. +3 is on the way. +2 carapace for Lucera with the +1 ranged attack on the way. So pretty even in upgrades overall.
All right, now HongUn probably feeling like he can kind of dominate the map a little bit more. I don't know if HongUn knows that he's actually still behind in all this, because this is a very unique and interesting game that we're seeing here. You don't normally have a Zerg player attacking constantly, and the Protoss deflects the attacks, but the Zerg player is still miles ahead. Nice wall in there, by the way.
Yeah, those Zerglings not doing that much damage. Nice little blink up to try to get a few extras. And just non-stop Hydraling made for Lucera, just realizing that this unit combination in a long game with the superior economy is going to crush Blink Stalker only. And this is not a good scenario near the creep for HongUn.
Yeah, he needs to get off of that creep.
Blinks himself right out of there. Just like a staring contest.
All right, the Hydra is now kind of controlling this high ground area. You can see Lucera really wants to just get in the main, but right now, HongUn's defense is basically airtight.
And Zergling's coming over to help out the Hydras now. These Blink Stalkers going back and back and back. Up comes some Overlords, perhaps for some creep dropping, but it looks like the Stalkers may be large enough in number once again, Tasteless.
What a game. All right, here comes some more Hydras now, and he blinked right into the Hydra's path.
Right as they were coming in, man. He did not see them coming.
No way he could have known. All right, so the Hydra's now backing up.
Sirius taking a 5th base during all this, so continues to get further ahead. He's almost maxed out at the moment against 102 supply of HongUn.
Lucera just like saw that Zerg action figure on the table that was a Hydros and is like, well, you know what? I'm just going to do that the entire game because I'm Lucera, the barn owl nerd.
Well,
wow.
Yeah, it looks like
he's actually just going to overwhelm him.
Yeah, he is.
This is like StarCraft 1 single-player campaign.
HongUn just could not hold on with his Blink Stalkers.
This is a terrible feeling to lose like this. You're like, wow, I guess my opponent is just so much better than me.
Well, you know, HongUn he did really well holding on for a while, I have to admit.
He's going to lose the Nexus.
Yeah, Nexus going down.
This may be the GG mark right here. Boom.
Damn. Down it goes, and HongUn just with nothing left. He will be GGing in just a second. But, you know, he was just too sloppy in this early game, Tasis. With that
he
Void
really
Ray
was.
rush, if you're going to go 3 Void Rays and 2 Stargate Phoenix, you really need to make it count. And he simply did not do that.
Look at Lucera.
Lucera still has a chance.
He's still in this. Oh, look at that.
He makes the Hydra Munas. Wow, that's
He's
really
making the Hydra showing us his butt.
Yeah.
His Hydra butt.
HongUn to the up and down.
Unfortunately so.
Will he get back into Code S?
I hope so. I want to see him again, but you know, it is a tough thing to do to get out of the up and down matches.
It is indeed, Tasis. It is indeed.
Wow. So, we're going to be going on, who plays next?
Next, we are going to have Gonzi and... No, Gonzi played Lucera Jalizerg to see who
CBZ
goes into the round of 16.
This is going to be really interesting.
I wonder if Jalizerg CBZ has gotten any better, because Lucera's is pretty good, but Jaliz has always been a little bit off.
beat Lucera and Zerg versus Zerg. I think the fundamental problem is, although Jalizerg always says in interviews that his Zerg versus Zerg is quite good, I have not been able to see it.
Yeah, not yet.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But here's the thing about Jalizerg. Eventually, he gets everything. He works so hard. He practices.
He really knows how to grind.
He will figure everything out, including ZVZ, with time.
Now, Jalizerg Zerg versus Zerg is a little bit more tricky than somebody else's Zerg versus Zerg. Like Lucera, I guess we can use in this instance. Lucera, I think, is much more middle of the road.
Yeah, I feel like Jalizerg, he loves some early Baneling aggression. He loves +1 Roach timing attacks. Those are like, he will do one of those 2 builds, I think. I think so.
You think he could 6-pool? The one where he sends the Zerglings and the drones. It is Jalizerg. You can never put it past him.
He could. Lucera has a lot of practice against that, though. He's stopped that dead in his tracks several times.
He has. Well, guys, don't go too far away because we're going to have some more epic games here. And once we're done with the Jalizerg Lucera game, we still got a whole other group to do.
That's true.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
It's crazy cray.
Only 2 Terrans in that one.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. It's a good day.
It's a good day indeed. So, yeah, I hope Jalizerg can make it. Actually, you know what? I don't care who wins this one because it's actually they're so
fine.
good. So here's where we are so far.
I'm waiting for July to get his championship, though, so I'm rooting for him, man. We have July versus Lucera coming up next to see who stays in Code S and who goes to the round of 16.
As you can see, Gonzi advances to the round of 16, and HongUn sinks down to the up and down matches where he will have to fight to get back into Code S or plummet all the way to Code A, and that's quite a fall to take.
It is, and Code A is quite a hard tournament.
We wish you the best of luck, HongUn. Much love, hugs and kisses, HongUn.
XOXOXO.
XOXO.
XXXOOO.
Okay, you can do that too. X's and O's, doesn't matter the order.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, when our Korean commentators are done and ready to wrap it up, we're going to cut to a brief little break here. But guys, don't go too far away. Go on the internets and get on the forums. Spread the word about the GSL. Get more people to tune in here. All right, we actually go into the 5-minute break now. So I'll see you guys again in just a little bit.